Welcome to Look Around. I almost said Look Around Florida. Oh, Sean. Oh, what have you done to me? Welcome to Look Around the Confederation. I'm your host, Evening Moose, and I'm joined by the Florida Man.
Yep. How y'all doing tonight? I just got done wrestling a gator in my front yard. Hey, we just got hit with the tropical depression. We got catfish in the front yard too.
How is everybody doing in Dixieland tonight? We have an interesting show planned for you. I hope everybody's doing good. It's good to have Florida Man on the show again. Yeah, I feel like it's been a while. Florida Man almost hosted this show alone. He came.
That would have been fine.
He came this close for me just being like, "Not today, guys. I'm sorry. I'm tapping out." I just got in from work and I've been on the road all day, and I just want to just like close my eyes, not nap or anything like that. I'm not old, but you know, just to close them for a minute. And
close them for a minute. You won't wake up.
I text Sean. I was like, I'll be on in a minute, man. 10 minutes later, I'm like, oh, crap. Better get on and get the show ready. And me and Sean were talking, and we didn't realize what time it was. And I look at my watch, and I'm like, Sean, it's 7:08.
Time to get her done.
Welcome to Look Around the Confederation. I keep saying Look Around Florida, like I've lived in Florida all my life. But get ready, because that's basically what this show is. It's a train wreck from start to finish. But you guys are here, and I can't thank y'all enough for that. We got some news for you tonight. Remind to everybody to please send us news in. That would be preferred. I did get some news in from Kentucky. What other states? Virginia. Thank you to the Virginia division. We had a camp commander over there send us up some stuff in. And let's see what else. And South Carolina. Good job. Yeah, send us some news in, people, so we have something to post, have something to talk about on the show, and have a good time. So we're going to kind of break it up. We'll have the news section. We're going to have just me and Florida Man goofing around. I do want to talk about, because I had to leave early Monday because of work once again. I wanted to talk about the 4-year anniversary of SCV Chat a little bit. We kind of just roasted Jason Monday. If you haven't checked out that episode, please go do it. I felt bad for him towards the end that I didn't even roast him. I had this whole thing written and I was like, I feel bad for the guy. It's been an hour and 20 minutes of just roasting Jason that I just kind of felt bad for him.
That's the thing I like about Jason.
Oh, I love it.
Sport.
It's funny. I told Commander Boshears, I was like,
Jason, yeah. Sorry.
Yes, please. You can send it on Messenger. It helps if you send it on our email, simply because it makes sure that I see it. We get a lot of spam on Facebook, a lot of love from some left-wing people. And so sometimes I don't even check Facebook regularly. I try my best to, but
I just recently did that on my camp Facebook page. I had to go through there and kick a whole bunch of mentally challenged people out.
Yeah, one of my new positions is I'm helping the Mississippi Division with their social media page, and like we're not too bad over here in Mississippi yet, but just one day I had this one person, just one, and like I'm like at work, and so I'm like, I'll check it later. I thought if it was an emergency, they would have went directly to the division commander or lieutenant or chief of staff, something like that. Nope. 5 messages in under 2 minutes. I'm just man. I'm looking over at my phone, Mississippi Division. I was like, okay, man. Okay, Mississippi Division. And finally I opened it and it's just this scumbag. So I just banned him. I was like, I'm not in the mood today, man. But yeah, hopefully we'll see. Maybe SCV Chat will have a easier email address to type out soon. We don't know yet. Because scvyouthoutereach@gmail.com, while it rolls off the tip of my mouth, it's a bit long. So
I have a suggestion.
Yeah.
moosehunterscv.com.
No. I'm still up in the air if I'm doing that in Texas. And then like Connor keeps trying to find fundraisers. He's like, well, your middle name is Forrest. You're named after the general. So you should do it for the Forrest monument in 2 years. And I'm like, no, that's not how that works.
Well,
no.
You saw my comment and some of our chat heads comments, and I don't think GCB like that idea.
No, I want, if GCB will dress up 1 year, I'll do it again. Jason volunteered to dress up as a leprechaun, and so did Carl. I would do it just for Carl or just for Jason, just to see them in a leprechaun outfit. And they're not even getting shot at. They're just going to skip around the room. And I would pay money just to see that, honestly. So I feel like I can get a deal as long as I get a new Moose onesie.
I was just wondering if anybody got a good picture of the spaceman and the T-Rex during the business meeting.
I got some. I think I posted them. I don't know. I might post them again.
Yeah, because I was sitting next to my division lieutenant commander. I'm like, so I'm nudging him. I'm like, check this out. It's going to get interesting. It was already interesting, but
they just walked in, looked at everybody, did a little roar, and walked right back out the door.
Oh, what I saw the guy in the T-Rex holding up his credentials to the guy that stopped him.
I can say for a fact they weren't his credentials. He just took them off someone else for a second. Let me go through the chat and welcome everybody to the show. See if we have any other questions. Yes, please, Jason, you can email us that or message us. I'll try to remember to go look in our messenger. Mr. Dennis, good to see you. Tony of the Lieutenant General Richard Taylor Camp, 1308. Good to see you. David, good to see you. Dr. Mitchum, good to see you. And he wanted to point out that our commander-in-chief, I almost said Jason Boshears, that's how much that's how much I got used to it, I suppose, over the past 2 years. Our commander-in-chief, Walter D. Donnie Kendi, will be speaking at the Golden Corral in Monroe, Louisiana at 6:30 p.m. August 13th. Thank you, Dr. Mitchum, for that.
Welcome our Lieutenant Commander-in-Chief. Tony's in the chat.
Oh, okay. I see him now. He's all the way at the top. He was making fun of my hair again.
Exactly. And our AOT councilman, Roy Hudson's in the chat.
Oh, I see Roy.
Yep.
Good to see y'all. I'll get to y'all in a minute. I'm gonna save you last, Roy. Not Roy. Roy is just like sitting there like, what did I do? I meant to say Tony. I guess I'm brain scattered tonight, which is gonna go great for the reading section of this show. Alan of the Lieutenant General Richard Taylor Camp 1308 and a happily paid member of the Samuel H. Poe Camp 255 Challenge Coin. So thank you, Alan, for the support. Ray, good to see you of the Hanover Dragoons Camp 827. We're getting started early. Of Virginia, good to see you. Little Debbie. Little Debbie cakes are. I know that's probably not what you're talking about. That just hit me. That's
wow.
Oh, I told you, man. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting night. Oh, my
you need a Red Bull or something.
I needed like 3 cups of coffee by my desk here because apparently Little Debbie just made me think of Little Debbie cakes. I don't know if I'm hungry or just tired at this point.
Probably both.
Probably both. I'm super fat and I ate a light lunch. My doctor's going to be mad I haven't started my diet yet. Keith of Camp 1209 in Florida, good to see you. Jason of the Turner Asby Camp in Virginia, good to see you. Al from Southern Middle Tennessee. Keith, good to see you. Kyle, the Kentucky Division Commander's on time.
Yeah, and the man with the plan.
No, wait. There's some confetti for you, Kyle. Commander Thompson won, or if we would have given out that award this year, and if you were, if I could have grabbed you and taken you to the oratory, Thompson, I would have found a way to give you the Thomas Franklin Late Award for being late to the show. So, well, he calls himself out. He's like, "Sorry, I'm late, guys." Every episode, and I'm like, "Kyle, you're not making it easy on me, man. It's right there." Frank, good to see you. Miss Linda and Mr. Roy, good to see you. Our AOT councilman of the Captain J.J. Dickerson camp from Florida. Our Lieutenant Commander-in-Chief, Tony Griffin, good to see you. I wasn't having a bad hair day. I was just taking forever to get the show ready and honestly just talking to the Florida man about random stuff or show stuff or a picture I found of him on eBay.
It made national news.
Made national news. Okay, my bad. Google. Beth, good to see you from Florida. We're just gonna say Florida, Beth, Miss Beth. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad I have someone from Florida in the chat. In the chat on the show. Golly, man, it's gonna be a night.
Don't forget, we got the well-dressed man in the chat already.
Oh, yeah. Past Commander-in-Chief Paul Gramlin Jr., the most sharp-dressed man in the SCV. I still want to have a matching suit with him one day at reunion and just follow him around like Big Enos and Little Enos. I just think that would be golden. But I need Commander Gramlin to run for Commander-in-Chief again just so he can make me his aide-de-camp, just so I can do that, honestly, and just follow him around everywhere. And I will, match his suits every day. That'd be glorious. We do have a plan for next year. I'm not going to say the color of the suits, but it will be glorious. Mr. Dennis of the Brigade General Thompson Benson Smith Camp 2177 out of Tennessee. Good to see you. Uh,
That's a possible, Mr. Greenland.
Lieutenant Commander in Chief Tony will be heading to your neck of the woods. Sean, he'll be going to Vetro Beach, Florida, and
Yep.
he will team up with Roy Hudson.
Yep.
Y'all are going to have a great weekend. I'm guessing, Mr. Tony. Got an event this weekend, or is he just coming down there for a camp meeting?
Tony's originally from Florida.
I felt like he told me that, and I'm just over here like a college student after finals, not being able to think clearly. I said Dragoon's right. How about that? Yeah. That is very surprising.
We got the Florida Division Chaplain in the chat, Mr. Kim Hoffucker.
I see you. Hey, Mr. Kim. Of the Kirby Smith Camp 1209. James of Camp 1475. Good to see you. Let's see here. Yeah, I want to do mini-me. Commander, that's just, I want to do mini-me. just follow you around a mini Paul Gremlin.
Wow.
If I had better facial hair, I would even grow it out a bit and kind of have it combed to get the hair. I don't know if I have enough time for the hair, though. And I don't know. I think I respect my grandmother and fear her too much to have long hair at Christmas. She asked me there's one time that she wants me to look good and like a decent human being, and it's at Christmas. Let's see here. Vacation. Well, I hope you have a great vacation, Commander. All right. I think I've caught up with everybody, so it's good to see everybody. As I said, Sean's really leading the show tonight because I'm obviously not here. I'm still in Upper Mississippi, just lollygagging around, I suppose.
Oh man, I just went through a tropical depression on Sunday, and my brigade is okay. Some of our coastline communities, Miami, did have flooding issues, but Debbie did make landfall up around the Big Bend there in the Panhandle. So I'm going to be reaching out to our brigade commanders and our lieutenant commanders up in that area to check on them and see how they're doing, so I can let you guys know on Look Around Florida if they need assistance.
And I do want to remind everybody about the SCV Relief Fund at this time. I'm loading the website up right now, and we, as you do know, if you are a member, we did have something happen. I'm not going to go into detail. I think that needs to be kept between the membership, but I don't know if the website's going to come up just yet. Might still be experiencing some technical difficulties, but when the website comes back up, and if Sean, I'm putting you in charge of reminding me Monday if we can't get the link out tonight to remind me to talk about it Monday on the episode of SCV Chat. Just bring up the relief fund again for all our brothers and make sure you go support them, and just check on them. Commander Gremlin asked, so his hair's not decent. I put myself in a hole. Your hair is great, Commander. My grandmother does not want. She wants. I'm pretty sure she wants me to be buzz cut. She is of the opinion that I look better with short hair. And fun fact, at one point, and I mean this.
The website's back up.
Okay, great. I can get to that then, and share the relief fund in the chat.
It is a little slow, but
yeah, it's taking me a minute. But while that's loading, I'll tell y'all a quick story. So, like, this didn't happen when I was like a teenager or something, but so it's really funny. So my grandmother bribed my barber one time to cut my hair short because she knew I had something important, so I was going to trim my hair, and I had to do it early in the morning. And she knew early in the morning, Moose is not all there. He is struggling. He's trying his best. He Miss Sean, you're muted.
Yep, I know.
Hey, okay. So she bribed my barber to cut my hair short, and I was just sitting there letting it happen. She did that last year. A 24-year-old man and my grandmother bribed my barber to cut my hair short. So it's safe to say she thinks I look best with short hair, and she continues to try to bribe my barber. But I told him I would go to a different place if he did that again, because I didn't even realize it until I got in the car, and I'm driving back to the farm, and I'm looking at the truck rearview mirror, and I'm like, huh, my hair looks a bit shorter than normal. Oh, all my hair is gone. Yeah, bless her heart. Bless her heart.
Don't do what I did. My beard was down to here. I trimmed it up, and it's solid white.
I did that a couple months ago, getting ready for I think a memorial service here in the Mississippi Division. And for those who don't know, I grow out my facial hair and my hair for hunting season. It's just a family tradition. Dad can, if you notice, Dad's beard gets pretty long during hunting season. He doesn't shave his off to the end of it. I trim mine up for Christmas and cut my hair, of course. But so it was getting ready for an event, and my beard was super long, and I don't think I could get to my barber. And I usually just let him trim it because I'm known to mess things up. Case in point. And oh gosh, I trimmed this so low. Oh, I looked awful. I looked like a high school student trying to grow a beard at that point. And I kind of just like looked at Dad, and he was like, "Oh, you stuck with it now?" I was like, "Thanks, Dad. Love the advice." But I'm getting the relief fund squared away. Dr. Mitchum said he lost all his hair in 1969. Wow. My dad lost all his in 2006. In retrospect, he did shave it all off because he just got tired of losing it. But I will forever tell the story that my dad woke up, shaved all his hair off, woke me up. I'm a 6-year-old boy. And he looks at me and he's like, "Wake up, buddy. It's time to go." We're on our first vacation ever. We went to New York. Oh, yeah, Dr. Mitchum. I see now Fort Polk. It'll come out eventually, right, at some point. But I looked at my dad and 6-year-old child, and I do, "Daddy, where'd all your hair go?" And he's like, "It fell out in my sleep, and it'll happen to you too." And I panicked for the whole trip, checking my hair to make sure it was still there. I'd wake up, run to the mirror that whole trip, and he just thought it was so fun. He never told me that wasn't going to happen. That was something I believed to a very weird age of like 11. And I was like, my hair's not falling out, at least not right now. Oh, gosh. All right. The relief fund is still loading, but I got the link. So the relief fund for our brothers in Florida is in the chat. Please go support that. And if you are someone in the Florida division that was hit hard by this, please contact the necessary people to make sure you apply for the relief fund. So please do that. All right, Florida man, you want to try to get in the news and see how interesting this goes?
Sure.
Oh, it's going to be interesting. I didn't rehearse before any of this, so it's going to be a fun one. All right. Let's see here. Let's dive into, I believe we will be in Virginia first, from the Virginia division. And there was a tree that fell down in the Richmond's Oakwood Cemetery. So on August 3rd, I know I just said it, but I'm always nervous I'm going to mispronounce it. The Hangover Dragoons SCV Camp 827 cut up and hauled away this tree that had fallen on Confederate graves at Oakwood Cemetery in Richmond. Now, I do want to point out, I did get a couple pictures so you can kind of see the size and the hard work these gentlemen did. But it was an absolutely huge tree. It took them multiple trucks to offload it, to get it all the debris up, all the wood, and these men worked their tails off to make sure that our Confederate ancestors were able to have their headstones be read. If there was any damage, they could fix it. I don't know if there was any damage. I'm just saying, when a tree falls in the cemetery, it could either be very bad or very decent, at least. But these men went out there and they cleaned it up. So I want to thank the men of the SCV Camp 827 for their hard work. And now we're going to shoot over to Kentucky. So Kentucky has an event this weekend. They have the division tour of Fort Donelson National Military Park. Let's see here. All Western Brigade, Kentucky Division, and SCV camps are welcomed. Free admission. It will be this weekend at the Visitor Center in Dover, Tennessee. It is at 12 noon. You can see some of the stuff they have there. If you are going, I don't know if there's anything you need to send in. The Kentucky Division Commander is in the chat, so I'll wait a second to see if he is going to respond. Do they need to bring anything, Commander? Or is it just one of those events you show up and y'all just go? I'll wait to see if he might have left. He might have left early. It would have broke my heart, but he might have left early. Let's see. You are definitely getting the Thomas Franklin Award if you left, Commander, 100%, and it'll be like a can of like green beans or something.
That's a Thomas Franklin just showed up to Charleston with a whole bunch of Vienna sausages.
Yeah, he showed up in his mind a week early. He tried to vote for Jason a week later. He didn't realize the reunion had already ended. He thought we were all just there a week early to celebrate Georgia, I guess, to tour Georgia. And he stayed there and he toured Georgia, and then he came back to the hotel and no one told him. So he waited till like Saturday and he was like, I can't find anybody. And he called me and I was like, Thomas, it's over. It's been over, dog. I'm sorry. He was like, well, I got the room till Sunday. I might as well just stay now. And he stayed there. Apparently had a great time. But I don't see anything from Kyle, so I'm going to presume that it's just a show up. Please go support these events out there. It is going to be a great one. I always enjoy touring forts, so make sure you go do that. Speaking of the commander, if you want to put a face to the name to the guy who's always late, he's up next with some news from him. Division Commander Thompson presents Camp 276 Commander Wayne Tate with the National Meritorious Service Medal during their August meeting. Congratulations, Commander Tate. Well deserved. And I hope y'all had a great meeting. But I think he also did a couple other awards. He presented a couple other ones. Yes. The Kentucky Division Chaplain, a Mr. Brent Morris, received the SCV Commendation Medal. Congratulations, Chaplain Morris. And I believe we have, 2 more awards for them. This camp is racking them up, man. Look at this.
Yeah.
Congratulations. And a Mr. Gregg received the Commendation Medal for his work planning a Confederate Southern Cross dedication this past fall. Thank you, Mr. Craig, for your hard work in that. I love the Southern Cross dedications. There's just always something about it. A headstone dedication, monument dedication. it always just makes me a bit emotional thinking, okay, he's getting honored, this veteran who absolutely deserves it for all what he went through, or they're getting a headstone that they never had before, or a monument this community never had before. So thank you very much. Well deserved. Another great award, sir. And let's see here. The last one is the Kentucky Division Adjutant. Mike Knight Sr. received the SCV National Distinguished Service Medal. Congratulations. The work of a division adjutant is crazy. These men sacrifice a lot of time and sweat to do that job correctly. And I know the Kentucky Division Adjutant Knight has done a great job. I've heard people praise him before. And trust me, if you want to find the hardest position in this organization, go run and be a division adjutant.
Oh, yeah. I talk to mine pretty regularly, and yeah.
If you just love this organization, are good with money, and you want to work your tail off, be a division adjutant. I have so much respect for division adjutants. Our division adjutant, Mike Moore, I mess with him so much because he's looking at me. He's like, "You need to run for division adjutant." I was like, "Mike, I'm not crazy. You are. You have to be a bit crazy to want to be division adjutant." I mean, just one of the hardest positions in this organization. So thank you, Adjutant Knight, for all your hard work for the Kentucky Division. Let me get that off. Here's a picture of Sean I found on Google. I will let y'all think what you will.
Except when you saw the newscast.
I can't do it. So Sean just randomly sends me that in the middle of the day. And I'm just sitting there. And I was on the road. And I had to pull over. I started laughing. So I was like...
Well, the thing about it is a friend of mine in the Florida Division sent me the video of that. What it was is the Weather Channel was doing a video talk about Hurricane Debbie as it was coming up our coastline. And they're filming at a boat dock. Behind them is a bar. So this a typical Florida man story. This guy realized he was filming, runs down the boat dock, down to a slip that happens to be behind the Weather Channel, and jumps into the water, nothing but his underwear.
God bless the South. Really nothing you can add to that. That's just glorious.
It's a typical Florida man story. Just Google it.
That's why I love Florida. If any time someone calls me crazy, I'm like, no, the South has Florida. Florida wins all the arguments because
we got gators, we got crocodiles. We got all different types of reptiles and pythons, anacondas. And that's just my area.
I remember in college, a bunch of college-age boys get together, and all of a sudden, it turns into who's more manly. And we're all, comparing some of the strongest displays of strength we've done, or just stupidity, honestly. And yeah, this guy from Florida just looks at all of us. He's like, I wrestled alligator. And we all just stop, slowly turn. He's like, I got pictures. And we were like, oh, yeah, you're showing those. Let the group see. And sure enough, he wrestled an alligator. And I was like, well, he wins. There it is. There's your sign.
We actually have competitions on the reservations for gator wrestling.
Yeah, gator wrestling. Oh, the South is very unique. That's what I love about it.
Yep.
Is every state is very different. You go to a liberal state or a non-southern state, they're all almost copy and paste cookie cutters.
Yeah.
Trying to staple out state identity. And that's what I love about the South is every state still has their identity. But let's see. Oh,
I
I
miss
see you
Linda Gramblin. It was
beat me
great
to
to
it.
finally meet you up at National face to face.
It was great seeing you at National, GG. I love you. I miss you already. Hopefully, I can find an excuse to get over to Louisiana at some point and come see you. I think y'all have an event I want to come to at some point. I can't remember the date. And I don't know if I'm doing anything then yet or not, but I hope to come see you. Just real quick, I'm going to answer David's question. He asked, I don't know if I'm crazy, stubborn, stupid, or a combination of all the above. If you are an adjutant, you're all. Just wanted to clear that up for you. I'm a camp adjutant, and I looked at the division adjutant. I was like, not a chance. not a
At least
chance.
for you, majority of your camp is family. I've
That
been
just means
for my camp, so yeah.
That just means they dodge my calls. they can dodge their calls, and I can't get mad at them. They're
You go
family.
up to their doorstep.
Yeah. I do have to. There was one family member this year that I did have to go to his house, and I opens the door, and he does. Oh yeah, my dues. And I was like, you used to be camp adjutant for 8 years. How do you forget dues? He's like, oh, little buddy, I'm just getting old. And he used a childhood nickname that will not be repeated on here because I know all y'all way too well for y'all to let that slide. So he went, grabbed his check, wrote it out and from here you go. And I was like, oh, thank you. Lieutenant Griffin, the adjutant job was my first DEC job. Oh my gosh, your first?
And it almost cost him a divorce.
That is being thrown in the fire and then throwing gasoline on it. That's your first job in the DEC level. Wow. Commander Griffin, you already had my respect. You don't have to prove it anymore, man. Golly. Dr. Mitchum said for his feat of strength, he lifted an entire box of jelly donuts without a safety net. Congratulations, Dr. Mitchum. I work out my biceps when I eat Krispy Kreme myself. Strawberry donuts. Commander Grambling, yes, I will be. So I'll see you there in the Missouri division. David said he's both chapter and society adjutant. Oh, I would dare not do those at the same time. I told my camp, I was like, y'all crazy if you think I am. All right. Oh, I can't wait to see you, Commander. Tony's over there laughing. He thinks I'm lying. No, man, you already had my respect. Just it's okay, Commander. All right. The WW Hartsteel SCV Camp 314 in Marshall, Texas was honored to win the SCV ATM Superior Camp Award for the second year in a row at the 129th SCV reunion in Charleston, South Carolina. First off, I want to congratulate Camp 314 on this wonderful accomplishment. I love seeing camp pride. I guess that comes from my state pride. I have a lot of pride in my state. I have a lot of pride in my camp and my division. So I love seeing camp pride. It warms my heart, as Carl would say. In the picture is Sergeant at Arms TJ and Camp Commander Bill Elliott, who received the award from now past Commander-in-Chief Jason Boshears. I want to congratulate y'all one more time. And if y'all have a group picture at reunion, please send it because Texas did. So send y'all's in. You can see me in the background. I was obviously laughing at something someone said. I tried to photobomb the Texas division about 4 times. Their camera operator did not appreciate my photobomb, but what can I say? I love Texas. So congratulations. Y'all had a great crowd at Reunion. Great showing as always. And if you guys have something from your division that you would like to post from Reunion, please send it my way. If your camp won an award, if a member of your camp won an award, if you just took a division picture. I know my division did. And the bad thing is it's on my phone, so I have to send it in. But remember to send stuff in. But that is all the news.
No, stand by.
Oh, wait. We got something coming in from Florida. Hopefully it's not
I'm trying to find it and upload it.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll let you do that real quick while I just kind of buy some time. So thank you, Commander.
Well, I did want to show this. Yeah, as we're talking about our ancestors and pride, I had the opportunity to visit one of my Confederate ancestors. And here we go. Captain James McFall, adjutant for the South Carolina Palmetto Sharpshooters. Finally got a chance to meet him and clean his headstone with the certain method of no harm. So this was the ultimate bucket list for me. So I just wanted to share this out with you guys.
There's nothing I love more than cleaning the veterans' headstones and finding Confederate ancestors of mine and cleaning theirs. Dad has gotten to where he tries to hog all the cleaning when we go to cemeteries. We'll only bring like one set of the cert tools, and he'll hog them. He'll actually hog them. He'll be like, "You just take the pictures," and I'm like, "You do know I actually enjoy this." And he'll keep them away from me, man. But it is awesome, Mr. Sean. Congratulations. When you posted that on the page, me and Dad just got a big smile on our face because we know how you feel. It's just such a
well. In that cemetery, I have 4 other Confederate ancestors in that cemetery. And me and a good friend of mine, Ronnie Nichols, we went through and cleaned anything that was related to me. All 4 of my Confederate ancestors.
Well, that's awesome.
Awesome. I thought it was cool as hell. I did a live video. If you want to check it out, pop on and Look Around Florida's Facebook page.
Please do go support it. I love the feeling of finding an ancestor and then cleaning him, remembering him and his sacrifice that he made. And, that's something that I hope my descendants continue after me, checking in on everybody. Because, I mean, just like you, neither of us are close to South Carolina. And, I mean, I have a couple in Texas that I went to a couple years ago. And I told Dad, if we ever need to go out there for farm, I'm going to try to swing by a couple of the cemeteries again because I just want to check on them, make sure they're doing well.
Yeah.
I am that stubborn guy that if you just see a random flag placed at a cemetery and your camp didn't do it, it was probably me going to visit one of my ancestors and I put the flag down. There's one cemetery in, I think Texas as well, that they know me so well because they keep taking down my flag. So I keep going there and I place the 3rd national. I mean, the bloodstained banner just going there every time. Bah. Yep. And I'll just look at the camera and I'm just like,
all right. But, I have a couple more pictures.
Go ahead.
Something I did because Moose, you and your dad gave me the idea.
Mm-hmm.
And I presented our past commander-in-chief because he was so much of a great supporter, not only for this show, but also for Look Around Florida. I presented one of our Florida flags that came out during the war. And Larry McCurney did point out a couple things out to me, our past commander-in-chief. So I did some research, and he's right. The 3 stars represent the first 3 states to join the Confederacy. Moose, you'd be happy on this one. One of them does have an M for Mississippi.
Dadgum right, man. That's awesome.
Yep. So I thought it was pretty cool. Something I thought about doing for Jason Boshears for a long time. I wanted to do something special. Then I saw what Moose, you and your dad did for him. I'm like, that's cool as hell, you know. So
I love the resurgence of these unique flags that was specific to a local region. I love seeing state flags from the battle. I love seeing all the battle flags, but you know, sometimes these states and these local areas, these cities, these small towns have some great history, and I've loved seeing camps start to adopt camp flags or hand out flags as, you know, a thank you, because I'm a collector of flags. By me, I mean my father, because oh my gosh, he has went on a quest to get a historically accurate reproduction of every flag one of our ancestors served under. Cool. And I can't remember the exact number, but he's in the 20s. And he tries to get like 1 or 2 a year made. And it's absolutely wonderful. I love seeing them. I love learning about them. It's just wonderful because these men did, you know, want to feel represented. They had these local things. And like, for example, my local Waynesboro chapter, we have the Wayne Rifles flag. I showed it a long time ago. We're still debating what the central magnolia tree looked like, but it's still different enough from all the other magnolia trees that flags that you're like, that's unique. There were hundreds of, or not hundreds, but a lot of magnolia flag designs that were specific to regions, and I love that. And I know Jason loves it.
Yeah, I got one more. This is your Florida Division delegates at National Reunion. Me, Victor, Kim Hoffecker, and the list goes on. And right in the middle is our division commander, Calvin Hart.
Well, I'm glad y'all had a great showing. I saw y'all taking that picture. Oh, yeah. I was going to photobomb y'all, but I felt like your Commander Calvin would chase me away with a broomstick. But
if he does that, there's other people that might have.
yeah. I wasn't risking it with the Florida division. Y'all fight gators, man. No. I just
look
fight
how many people we had there.
Yeah, no, I wasn't winning that. But yeah, no, that's awesome. I love seeing people do that with their divisions now. I noticed it, I think, a couple years ago, and it was probably a thing before then, but it was like kind of my first time noticing, and I was like, this is awesome. You know, it just beautiful state and local pride in the SCV, and that's what I love about us. David brought up a good point. He said the Tennessee secession flag is almost unknown. He keeps it on his spinoff show, Friday Night Live, and he carries it every year at the Lee Jackson Day banquet in Lexington, Virginia. So, David, thank you for keeping that alive. And again, just a little shout out to another one of our spinoff shows, Friday Night Live. David's doing great work over there. Please go support it in the Douglas Southall Freeman group. Also a great group to learn. I've loved discovering Freeman. I became an admirer of his real quick with his work dedication. The man was on fire for preserving history and just honestly a decent man. And so I can't thank David enough for exposing me to him, because I had no idea who that was beforehand. But I love seeing flags. I don't know what it is. I just love flags. And I saw you give that to him, by the way, Sean, and I was a bit jealous. If I ever come to Florida, I expect one. Just pointing it out there, throwing it out there for maybe just a little breadcrumb later.
Hey, it was a thing. I'm just glad my division adjutant, Rick Roberts, turned me on to a website that has them.
Yeah, no, it's hard to find them. Like in Mississippi, we fly the real Mississippi state flag at my farm. And for April, we get out the sewn flags, the high quality, the $50 flags. And it's so hard to come across them that I'm happy that Mississippi has Beauvoir, the Jefferson Davis home, that sells them for us. And our executive director does a great job finding them. I mean, it's so hard to find stuff, and I couldn't agree more. You almost have to get stuff customly made now, which is a sad thing. And then, like, when you're doing it, well, you're not a flag expert. You might be, Mr. Sean. I'm not. I'm just an admirer. So, like, I'll sit there and I'll send one in. They'll come back. I'll show my dad. He's like, "Oh, that's historically inaccurate." Huh? Oh, see, here's what it actually looked like. And I'm like, I just spent $200 on this.
See, all I do, because with Florida only had like 4 flags. They were never abducted into the state of Florida. Like the flag behind me that I presented Commander Bo Shears, this one flew at our according to the information that I found, flew in the state Congress.
Wow.
Yep. During the war. I don't know if that's true or not, just from the information that I found.
See, what we're in a debate about right now at my camp is our local flag. When it returned from the war, a couple of soldiers didn't know if we were going to be able to keep it or not. So they cut out pieces of it. So the whole center is missing. And so everybody's like, well, what was the tree? And we have 2 veterans of the Wayne Rifles with 2 opposite descriptions. So it's going back and forth. Dad's on top of things. He's a great, God bless him, he's a great historian. And he keeps finding stuff. And I think he's going to get to the bottom of it soon. But we thought we had it. I might have to give Jason a new flag if I discover that the Wayne Rifles flag looked a bit different. But hopefully we get it nailed down. But I just love hearing stuff like that. Absolutely love it. But it's almost time to wrap up. I'm going to let, if Sean wants to say anything, you good?
I'm good. Just members in the Florida division that's on the Gulf Coast, please check in with me, your brigade commanders, lieutenant commanders, and especially our division commander, Calvin Hart. Let us know if you're okay. If not, let us know so we can get you help.
Yes. And again, here's the relief fund. If you want to donate to that, if the link's not working, just go to scv.org, hit the donations button. It'll take you straight there. All you got to do is scroll down. It's got a haunting picture of Beauvoir from when Katrina hit us bad.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was just a boy when that happened. I mean, a small baby, but I still remember the damage it caused to Beauvoir, to my farm, to my house. I mean, if there's one thing Southerners know is the hardship of a tornado. And so I feel for my brothers in Florida. If there's anything SCV Chat can do to help out, I don't know what it could be, but we would love to do it. Just let us know. Donate to this. Please check in with your brigade, camp, and division officers. Let them know you're okay. And let us know if you're okay, man, because we're all brothers here in the SCV. We're a Southern Brotherhood. And we all might be a bit state prideful. Like, I think Mississippi's better than Florida. Sean thinks Florida's better than Mississippi. That's just a Southern thing. But we're all still brothers in the cause, no matter what, no matter any disagreement. So please take care of yourselves. Please be safe. We're praying for you. And God bless. So we're going to wrap it up real quick. I do want to say something real quick. If you don't know, SCV Chat is celebrating 4 years this week. Oh, gosh. I cannot believe it's been 4 years.
I was just thinking the same thing with me. It's been 3.
It's already. Golly.
Yeah, 3 years of Look Around Florida. Yeah, and I was thinking about that the other day. Yeah, because me and you were talking, and you were talking about 4 years. I'm like, holy crap, has it been 3 years for me?
I cannot believe it's been 3 years for you and 4 years for us. Honestly, it's still shocking.
Yeah.
I still don't honestly get to believe that every week I get to live a dream of mine, which is to do as much for the SCV I can. To do much, not just for my ancestors, but everybody's ancestors, to report to the SCV news to you, to talk about our heritage, our culture, all the things we do on the Monday show. This show, of course, I love going through camp news. I cannot thank y'all enough for the blessing that y'all have given me in the form of SCV Chat these past 4 years. It has honestly been some of the greatest parts of my life. I look forward to it every week. Like I at the beginning of the show, I was messing with Sean saying I came this close to not coming on, but I couldn't miss it if I wanted to. This is always a bright spot of my week. Sometimes it's the thing I look forward to the most in the week. I get to be with my brothers. I get to be a part of whatever they're doing in the SCV. Even if it's just a little part, I just love this organization so much. I love our ancestors so much. And I forgot you had a green screen. I honestly forgot you had a green screen. And
don't make me post the picture of the moose hut.
No, we're not posting those. And I get to do this so much. I get to do what I love. I get to do what I dream, and that is all thanks to y'all. So I can't thank you, chat heads, enough. Please share this episode out. Get a lot of love for all the camp to send in news. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe if you're new. Go subscribe to our YouTube. We're this close to potentially pissing off YouTube, so let's go ahead and start doing that. For those who don't know, once you get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, your videos will start being seen more, as well as a YouTube partnership, which would help us do a lot more here at the chat. Go support our Patreon. We didn't do a Pop-Tart break tonight, but go support the Patreon, Creative Cockades. Those are our sponsors for this year. Go check out scvchat.com. You'll get to see a lovely picture of Sean there. If Sean reminds me, I need to put a link up to Look Around Florida on it. And David, same for you, so people can easily find y'all.
Well, don't forget about Michael Hardy on his Sunday show.
Yeah, I'll have to mess with Michael Hardy about that. Be like, I can't believe you still don't support me, Michael. I know he's really busy right now. I know he's been running and going. So he might not be watching tonight. So I hope he re-watches this. But thank you all. Good night. Stay safe. And remember to stay Southern and go support the Patreon. Also want to give a quick thanks to all our Patreon members. They will be scrolling at the bottom of the screen because Connor forgot to fix the outro. So we will have an old outro, and so some names will be left off, but they're scrolling. They're in the chat. Thank you guys. Blame Connor. Thank you, and stay Southern, my friends.
Have a good night, all.